Hey guys, how you doing? This is Wally with SpanishTutoringServices.com, and if you're watching this video, likely you're a beginner and learning Spanish. And for this reason, I wanted to give you a quick tip today that helped me years ago, 20 years ago, when I was starting to learn Spanish to really retain vocabulary. That's probably one of the most difficult challenges, not only with the Spanish language, but with any language. I do speak Spanish, I speak French, understand Creole. I'm actually learning Russian. And so, but this simple trick, or I don't really call it a trick or a hack, as some people may say. I think it's really just something we may overlook. And sometimes we may think, oh, I shouldn't do this. And that's making mistakes. I think back when for the first time, I went out of the country. I went to France and Spain. And when we got to Spain, I was just learning, I had just a basic knowledge of Spanish, not too much, but I could express myself and pronounce, certain words. But I recall, specifically on this trip back in 2001, while in Spain, we were on this train. And I never forget, one of the most humorous, memories that I have of learning Spanish was on this train in Spain. And we were actually traveling from France going to Madrid. And so with that, I was ordering lunch. I wanted to order some lunch. And I wanted to tell the waiter that I wanted a turkey sandwich. Now, if you don't know what the word for turkey is in Spanish, it's pavo. Pavo. But versus saying pavo, I said polvo. And if you don't know what polvo in Spanish means dirt or dust. So essentially, I was telling them that I wanted un sándwich de polvo versus un sándwich de pavo. So I told them that I wanted, you guessed it, a dirt sandwich or a sandwich with dust in it. And when I figured out, I was looking at this waiter's face, and he just started laughing. He's probably like, oh, that American or whatever, he was thinking in his mind. But the point of the matter is that he was elated. He was laughing, about it on the floor. And when I figured out why he was laughing, I started to laugh. And, the point of the matter is that, I made a mistake with pronunciation, Spanish pronunciation. This happens not only with Spanish, but with any language that you're learning on your own, or in fact, if you're learning it in school or even on a college level, you will make mistakes. Mistakes come with as part of the playing field. So don't try to be so perfect when it comes to language learning. I need to say it so perfectly. You're not going to say it perfectly ever. I mean, if you're not a native Spanish speaking person, it's never going to be perfect. You may, unless you're living in a foreign, country, a Spanish speaking country or island, be it Puerto Rico, Dominican Republic, Cuba, wherever, unless you're living day by day, I mean, your language, your accent is not going to be perfect in a sense of as a native, with speaking. And so I think that's one of the a very important life lesson I'll say, with language learning, is that it's okay to make mistakes. Some people think, you shouldn't make mistakes, or you shouldn't, everything has to be perfect when it comes out of your mouth when you're speaking with natives. Another case, not only talking about like the turkey sandwich, deal, but I was talking with a friend of mine, and, we were driving, down a given road, and she actually wanted to stop to a local convenience store just to pick up some eggs. And the word for Spanish for eggs is huevos. Huevos. But I thought or misinterpreted what she said, and I thought she said huegos. And this is like, in the later evening hours, and I'm thinking, why does she want to stop at a convenience store to buy huegos? Like games. And in fact, she was telling me that she wanted to get huevos. So anyway, the point of the matter is that, again, when you mix up, the pronunciation with things, you never forget little stories like that, because, it gives you a laugh. You think back, oh, every time you hear the word huevos now, it makes you laugh, because you think about that memory that you had about, I was in so-and-so place, and I misinterpreted this, and, I got a good laugh out of it. And so the point of the matter that I want to drive home today, that I want you to remember today, is that while learning Spanish, or any other language, whether you're doing it on your own at home or using some language software or you're in school learning it, don't be afraid to make mistakes because they come with the playing ground. And I think that you should just embrace it. But, every time that, you learn from your mistakes, it helps you to connect it with something funny. And I think sometimes when you learn language or anything in life, you have to connect it with humor. You have to have fun with it. On my website at SpanishTutoringServices.com, I actually have a link. I'm going to link to it in the descriptions page about, why it's so important to have fun, while learning language. I mean, it's 20 years later, but I still recount some of the, funny moments that I had, whether it was, here, in the U.S. or in Panama, in Spain, Puerto Rico, where have you. I recount like some funny moments that I had where maybe I misinterpreted what somebody was saying, and now I know what it means. And so that's just one little quick trick or quick tip for you, if you will, Spanish, learning tip that I want you to remember, that making mistakes is part of the learning process. What I want you to do is I want you to subscribe to my channel right now. Second, I want you to leave a comment directly below in the comments area if you like this video. Tell me, what did you appreciate most about this video? Do you yourself make mistakes, learning Spanish? Have you made them in the past? Do you have any funny situations that you've been in where maybe you mispronounced a Spanish word, in public to somebody and they reacted differently? I want to hear about that in the comments here. I would really, really love to get a laugh. Again, don't forget, learning language or learning Spanish should be fun. You should enjoy it the whole trip, And so, again, subscribe to my channel, leave a comment on the very bottom, and don't forget to like this video if you liked it. And also share it with others as well. Again, this is Wally with SpanishTutoringService.com, and I want to thank you guys so much for watching this video. Adios.